Hello guys, something cool came in. 78 Distortion Plus, man. Check the pot codes. It's got the script logo on the back of the case. This is the UA71CP chip, so the second chip, not the original LM741CN. Nerdy, but apparently it's two different chips. It's not the original one. And on the right is a 2004 Distortion Plus. I'm not going to fuck around too much. Origin 50 for clean. In the bridge of a Strat-like guitar, we're going to start with a Distortion Plus. Everything's dimed out the way it should be because we're testing shit. Let's go. '78. Got it. This is a cool moment, man. It's a 78 Distortion Plus. It's a bit of rock and roll history. It's darker. That's the main thing I can hear in my ears so far. Let's go back to the 2004. And go back to the MXR 78. I keep missing that. Oh yeah, tripod in the way. Outside of the fact that it's a phone video, I don't know how well it's going to come across, but in the room it sounds considerably darker. Richer harmonics, I want to say a little bit. I was playing around with my P90 loaded Les Paul a minute ago and just sat next to the amp quite close. I'm playing the one on the right, the 2004. I'm trying to get it to just do a bit of rock and roll feedback, and it gets a little bit, but the moment I'm turning that 78 on, it's just feedbacking a lot more. I will try and capture that on video, but more than likely it won't do it because it wants to be an asshole. Brought my fiance in to have a listen as well, and there's obviously no light on the old 78 one, and there is on the one on the right, but she was looking at the pedal board and she agrees that the left is definitely sounding darker. I'm just going to swap out to a Les Paul with P90s and see if we can get that harmonic feedback thing going. Okay, I have grabbed the P90 equipped Les Paul melody maker. Let's give it a nice big D chord. I'm going to start over it, right up next to the amp. Agree that's not getting any harmonic feedback ring out. Okay, let's try and get this exactly the same again. There it is. Conclusive proof that old stuff has more mojo. Okay, let's watch that back, shall we? Okay, let's summarise here. When I was playing the chord, I essentially sat my ass there and just had the guitar standing there, holding the chord. That was the feedback. That, not so much. Possible noisy parts? That is a possibility. But it does sound different. It does sound darker. There's definitely feels it's got a bit of mojo. It's an old pedal, you tell yourself that to a certain point, but it does sound darker and it does react a bit differently, particularly if I'm running that head a lot warmer. This is literally just on the lowest it can. Everything's at noon, gains at noon, and the master is at 7. So again, what else can I say about this pedal? Here's a bit of rock and roll history. There is definitely a bit of gas going on. Gear acquisition syndrome is definitely in full effect here. I got it for a really good price. I got it for, I believe, £78.82, which seems silly when you think it's a 70A MXR. These new, depending where you go from anywhere from, call it 75 to 85, I think the most I've seen them. If you've got the option to buy this guy or this guy, unless you want to have like power supply and everything else, if you have the opportunity to get one of these for the same price as one of them, get that. Even if you don't want to sell it on, somebody else can enjoy it and just enjoy a bit of rock and roll history. It is very cool. Let's just unplug that. It's very battered. There's your script bit. But it's badass. It really is something special. One of the funniest things I noticed about this pedal is how loose Dunlop dog is. Trying this one. Nope. Ain't going nowhere. Very, very cool. This is still an amazing pedal, and I would suggest everybody tries out an MXR Distortion Plus. I think they're a cool pedal. It's one of the OG guys. I think the original script logo came out in '74. Like, it's been around a long time. Jerry Garcia used them early made, and like, it's a cool pedal. Randy Rose, man, he used something very similar to this. Probably, maybe in the same year, maybe 1980. But it's a rad pedal. I highly suggest that you check one out, and I also suggest that you put it in the effects loop or into a power amp, because that is a completely different animal. Anyway, one of those. Peace. I'm going to play this pedal. Cheers. Bye.